Hey everybody, Mr. Bascom, how are you? I am doing this live stream from outside. It's kind of not super duper cold out, so I figured I'd come outside since it's Super Bowl, and you should go outside sometimes too. So my driveway, and hi, here's my head. Keeping this on so I'm not freezing out. But I'll try it like this. I don't look terrible. Let me know if you can hear me because I'm outside and I haven't used the microphone out here before. So hopefully it works all right. Can you guys hear me okay? I see Eddie. Hey. I see Tiffany. I see Stephanie. I see Ramen. Can you hear me all right? Let me know. I sound all right? Normal volume? Am I a little low? Is it breezy? Let me know quickly so I can alter if I have to. So far, everyone's saying I'm okay. All right, cool. Dow's about to sneak into the background here. This is Dow, in case you haven't seen him. And he's walking the dog, and he's walking past. All right. All right, so a few things. First, Super Bowl Sunday. Watch some football, even if you don't like watching football, even just for the commercials and the halftime show. But hopefully you're watching for the football. I am picking the 49ers. I was picking the Chiefs, but now I'm picking the 49ers. Anyone that watches football knows that the 49ers have a really good defense, and I'm a defensive coach, so I'm hoping that defense beats a good offense. But for those of you that don't know, why don't you watch and learn a little bit? It might be good for you. Hey, Alex, how are you? I guess I don't know who Bob John is, but I see you. As far as my class, first, 8th graders, exit projects. Your exit project bibliography is due 1 week from tomorrow. I hope you all have books. If you don't have a book, you need to get one tomorrow. All right, please. I need you to make sure that it's typed. Somebody asked me on my classroom page if it should be typed. Yes, it should definitely be typed. Please make sure that you're following the format exactly. I gave some work to Miss Skorka, so you're going to be working on that on the ELA as well. So please make sure you know how to write a bibliography. Make sure you have 3 real sources. Don't just list google.com or history.com or wikipedia.com. I need the complete link, okay? Make sure it's typed with your full heading, title on top of it. Again, follow the format I gave you in the exit project packet. For the 7th grade, I gave you the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution. We are going to start looking at that a lot this week into next week. We have a lot of fun with this part of the unit. I really like you guys understanding your individual rights. We spent a lot of time on it, and I want you to really understand it. And if you have questions, I want you to write them down. Okay, I really want you to understand what your rights are and what, so that way you know for real life. This is one of those things that really applies to you. There's 10 amendments. The First Amendment deals with the 5 freedoms. You have the freedom of speech and religion, freedom of petition, the press, and I can't remember the other one right now because I'm outside and it's cold. But go through all of them. Second Amendment, right to bear arms. Third Amendment is no quartering of soldiers. Soldiers can't stay in your home. So if you didn't know what quartering meant, it meant soldiers can't stay in your house. This is probably helping you with the homework a little bit, by the way, but that's okay too. Fifth Amendment is due process. Those are the rights you have when you're arrested. This is why the police have to read you your rights, go through all of them. They're in the reading. I'm not going to tell you the full answer. Sixth Amendment is your rights once you're in court. You have the right to see witnesses against you. You have the right to a jury. You have the right to a lawyer, things like that. The Seventh Amendment is really about the right to sue in court for money, civil court. Eighth Amendment is about cruel and unusual punishment. They can't punish you excessively. If you steal something, they can't cut off your hands. If you commit a crime, they can't put you in jail for far more time than is expected for that crime. The 9th and 10th Amendments already explain that you don't have to do anything for Amendments 9 and 10. Okay? So that's that with that. Please, all of you, I really want this time for you guys to ask me questions about homework and exit projects and writing pieces. I know for the 8th grade, you have a journal entry that's due on Friday. I gave you a lot of great quotes from W.E.B. Du Bois and from Booker T. Washington. They're 2 of the great African-American leaders at the end of the 1800s and the early 1900s. I really want you to find out more about them. This is African-American History Month, and I would love some 8th graders to step up and give some announcements and morning announcements about them, some information. You really should know these things. You should not just be waiting for me to teach you these things. I love teaching it to you, but I am not your only source of information, especially when it comes to history and African-American history. You know, you have this wonderful device you're looking at right now as you're watching this. It could be your iPad or your laptop or your tablet. Use those things. Look up some more information, okay? And I will give extra credit to those people that volunteer to give announcements during morning announcements with Miss Gilligan. Keep that in mind. All right. That's something that I really want us to do. Questions. I'm looking now. A lot of people just saying hey and hi. Chris G, you're Bob John apparently. So for the links, you need the total link. Like right now on your screen, you look up there, it should say the website that you're on right now. You would copy and paste all of that into your exit project bibliography, and you put it in the right order. So if the first letter is HTTPS, then that would come in the H section of your bibliography. So if last names start with A, B, C, D, E, F, or G, they would come before, and then HTTPS, if that's the name of your website, if it begins with that. It's got to be in alphabetical order. Also, what else with the bibliography? So you're giving me the complete link. It's in alphabetical order for any books that you're using. It's author's last name, comma, author's first name, comma, title of book underlined, period. Then the publisher, comma, publisher, period. Then the city it was published in, and then the most recent publication year, period. All the formatting for that is in your exit project packet. It has to be done exactly. And again, like I said, Ms. Skorka has some information on that, and she should be able to help you with that too. But for the bibliography, who's this? Alex is asking, what we're doing is citing. All you're doing is citing your sources. You're not giving me any information yet. You're just telling me where you're looking for that information. That's really important. You're going to be finding more sources in the next several months, I'm sure, I hope. But this gives me an idea that you're looking in the right places and that you know how to follow basic directions. This is the easiest part of the exit project. I really, really need you guys to follow those directions exactly. There should be an easy high score for you unless you don't follow the directions. You need at least 3 sources, one of which has to be a book. If you give me 4 or 5 sources, that's even better. I don't need 8 or 10. That's excessive. You don't need it. It's a waste of time. And then you're going to increase the chances of you making mistakes. All right. Also, for 8th grade, we have the museum program. It starts up again. So please remind your parents that Thursday we're leaving from school at 1:30, and then hopefully we'll get back between 5:30 and 6 like we've been doing. But that starts again this week. So there is no movie club again for a little while until this museum program ends. But the museum program does start up again this week, and then it's next weekend. Then it's a couple weeks out. Then we have a break. And then it continues into the end of February, into the beginning of March. All right. You don't have to update the bibliography, Adriana. I see your question. That's a good one. You can. You don't have to. I'm only grading you on what you're doing the first time. I'm not going to ask to grade it a second time. But it's a good idea to add anyway, just so you know where to look. So it's faster for you to go find your resources. Once you find those sources for your bibliography, you're not copying from them. You're reading it. You're restating what you've read. You can quote a sentence or two at times from those sources, but make really, really, really sure for this exit project that all of your writing is your writing. I do not want any plagiarism. I don't want any thoughts that, oh, maybe you copied this from someplace else. All right. And if you do, you make sure, obviously, you cite it with, the source in parentheses like we've worked on already this year. But I really, really encourage you heavily to read, understand what you read, and then restate what you've read in your own words as the smartest version of you. Again, Chris G, you need to have at least 3 sources. Can you have more than 3? Yes. All right. But 3 is the minimum. So can you have 5? Sure, you can have 5. Five's not a bad thing. Yes, it has to be typed. I don't know who hello is, but it has to be typed. Everything for this exit project is typed. So even if you have super neat handwriting, unless it's an extraordinarily awkward situation where you can't get to a computer, everything has to be typed. Your bibliography, your terms and questions, your outline, obviously the essay has to be typed. All right. When does what end? I don't know what you're asking, Adriana. The museum program? I think the museum program ends the first week in March. They wanted to add an extra session, but I already told them no, we just don't have the time to schedule, and I personally don't have schedule. Once the spring comes, I start up with football and other things as well. So I'm planning on this being over by the first or second week in March. All right. Other questions. Zach, you love saying hi. I wish you'd ask something. I hope you don't just keep going on my YouTube page and commenting hi. Hi, Zach. You can do better than say hi. Ask me a question. Add something. Don't just say hi. It's like you're a kid that just learned how to use a phone or something. All right, please say more than that. Sorry, Zach. It just bugs me. You keep doing it. Other questions, comments, wondering about the day, wondering about Super Bowl, wondering about today is Groundhog Day. I don't know if any of you know if the groundhog saw a shadow or not. I do not. I didn't pay attention to that. I haven't done much. I've just been doing some schoolwork and planning. I had to pick up my son. He was at a sleepover last night. I washed my car, and I'm going to get ready to do some grading and watch the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl starts at around 6:15, 6:30. So we'll see. After the museum, good question. Yes, I would like to start the museum program. I know in May, the month of May, I'm going to have football stuff going on, so I probably won't do it for the month of May, but I would like to do it for April and into June as well, and some in March as well. So, yeah, we're going to start the movie program back up. Jaron, your question. As I just said, it has to be typed. I would like you to print it on your own, like every writing a piece I give you. If you can't print it, then yes, I'll print it, but I'm your last resort. I really want you guys to be more resourceful and self-sufficient and take care of things on your own when you can. All right? The exit project, you keep asking a whole exit project. I delivered it to you in parts. The bibliography is due first. That's due a week from Monday. Then the terms and questions, that'll be due in early March. Then the outline, that'll be due in early April. Then the essay will be due in mid-April. Like I do it in parts. It's not all in one piece. Angel, my boy. This guy Angel here that's writing me. He was in the first class I ever taught. He was on one of the football teams I coached. He went from knowing me as Mr. Bascom to coach to Kurt. So, Angel, what's going on, man? I'm doing good. I've been teaching now, Angel, for more than 25 years. In 2 weeks, it's gonna be 26 years. So I'm old, and I think the Chiefs are gonna win, but I hope the Niners win. I'm a defensive coach. I'm hoping defense does something here, but I don't like either team, so I don't really care. But I think the Niners have more of a chance than everyone else does because they play great defense. They only lost 3 games this year by a total of 13 points. They're a beast on defense. Zach, as I mentioned, yes, we will start Movie Club up again, but it won't be until mid-March. So if you were at the movie club this past Thursday, I hope you enjoyed the movie. I hope you did the extra credit. But we're not going to do another one until at least mid-March. Okay? Zach, that's about it. Are there any other questions? We've been going a while now. I'm not freezing, but I'd like to go inside and chill out with my family a little bit. This is part of my yard, by the way. It's my wife's car. That's my son's basketball hoop. I got to move in a minute so he can shoot. He had a good game yesterday, by the way. Yeah, this is part of my yard. It's all washed out because of the nasty weather and winter and everything, but it's a nice place. Do your homework, kids, so you can get a nice place too someday. I don't know who Mr. Killer is. I don't know what that is, so use a normal name. Any other questions, thoughts, comments? Angel, bro, it is good to see you here, man. I hope we get together soon. I know you're not far away. I think you're in Kingston, right? So I hope we can we'll talk soon and catch up. Any other comments, questions? Anyone want a shout out that didn't get one yet? I see Edwin's on here now. Yeah, I got only 11 people on here, but I'm about to go. All right, guys. If you have any more questions, email me. I need subscribers. I'm over 200 now. We're at 202 and counting. So spread the word. Hopefully we can get to 1,000 so I don't have to use my laptop to be outside. I can go more. All right, people. See you tomorrow. All right.